All right. Welcome to the channel. Vamos a ver qué es lo que va a pasar aquí. This is going to be a diverse situation here. I'm here with my brothers, Ellington and John. I'm
¿Qué
Sin,
lo que?
and the spin we're going to try to do on this thing is really, I think, is like a musical discovery thing, right? So we're going to try to pick some random songs that one of the other ones either haven't heard or may not be appreciating as much, and we're just going to debate it. We're just going to talk about it. We're going to debate it. Fellas, say what's up before I get to la ruleta.
What is going on?
Tranquilidad total.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna hit this up, and whoever's name comes up, they're gonna go first. And of course, it is me. All right, so the song that I'm gonna start with, and it's a great song. I'm actually glad that we're starting the show over this song. It's actually you two and Pavarotti, and it's called Miss Sarajevo. Have you guys heard the song first of all?
I have not.
No.
Ever? Okay, good. I figured that would be it. When you put YouTube and Pavarotti in the thing, it's not going to be something that's going to fall down the lane. I'm going to get to the song right away, but the story behind the song is basically based on a war, right? And in Sarajevo, even though they were in a war, women still had a pageant, a beauty pageant, and it was kind of like defiance of the fact that like their world was falling apart behind them. And then Bono starts, of course, and then when Pavarotti comes on, it's like they add another musical element, to it. So
Is there a time for keeping your distance? A time to turn your eyes away? Is there a time for keeping your head down? For getting on with your day? Is there a time for coal and lipstick? A time for cutting hair? Is there a time for high street shopping to find the right dress to wear? Here she comes. Ooh, let's turn around. Here she comes to take a crown.
Dici che il fiume trova la via al mare, e come il fiume giungerai a me, oltre i confini e le terre assetate. Dici che come fiume giungerà.
Here she comes. Ooh, heads turn around. Here she comes. Beauty plays the clown. Here she comes. Surreal in her crown.
Dici che il fiume trova la via al mare, e come il fiume giungerai a me, oltre i confini e le terre assetate. Dici che come fiume l'amore giungerà, l'amore e non so più sperare. E quell'amore non so più aspettare.
Is there a time for tying ribbons? A time for Christmas trees? Is there a time for laying tables when the night is set to freeze?
I'm gonna stop it there.
All right. Bubba, you want to go first?
I wish I knew what he was saying.
Look,
At the end of the day, was the song
Yeah.
good? It's a great song, and it's crazy how you could not know a language of a song and still like feel the passion. Like the guy singing, and the other dude just looked at him just with his arm crossed, like, let him sit back, like this guy's an animal, you know.
yeah.
And if you notice,
yeah.
he was reading the song the entire time, like he wasn't even ready for it, unless that's something they do in opera. But the guy was like reading the song. It's bananas. Bananas.
Yeah. I think it's a well composed song. Even without him in it, it gives me this type of vibe of certain type of era of music that I went through that I can't pinpoint right now. But I think that I think it's impressive, right? I think first of all, his lungs are.
Word.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
Word.
yeah, were, but right, something that in reality I can't find where to compare to, right? Of how on his own plane he was. But I think that I think look, I think it's a good song. Is it my style that I'm gonna listen to it? I'll give it a couple of tries to see if it's something that I could recurrently be like, all right, this song is something like, yeah. Is
No,
it a
look.
song that bothers me? Not at all. But it's definitely a song I had never heard in my life, and I'm actually surprised that you have. And I'm just like, all right,
Yeah,
now
I've
I
never
can
heard it
see where
before.
we're going with this whole thing.
I
Now
mean,
can
look,
see where we're go-
it's talking about water flowing through to the ocean, right? And just about love. But the whole thing is, I don't know if you saw in the video, like that was actual footage from the pageant
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they had
yeah,
a
yeah.
banner that said "Please don't kill us." And so it's a song that really goes beyond just the singing. Like when you think about the humanity behind it, and then you have U2, and then you have freaking Pavarotti coming into a pop song, basically,
Yeah.
doing that combination, and then you just sit back and you hear those violins in the background. I recommend it. But now we got to go back to La Ruedita. All right, I think it's Bombi for sure. All right, Ellington, and I'm gonna
It's
stop
actually
sharing
John.
now.
It's actually John. It was John. It was actually John.
Oh, it is. It is John. It is John.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
John. It is John. Oh, haha.
All right.
All right. So take it away, John.
Now, the reason I choose this song is because the kind of culture that this rapper, right? Because he comes from a predominantly rap, subgenre, whatever they have going on in the South, is very unapologetic to his cultural roots, right? And it's somebody that he's sort of been making waves, and people are starting to get to know him. And I think he's going to be a major force in American music while staying true to his like cultural roots, and I think that's kind of dope.
Ooh.
The sound.
Lately I've been thinking about all the I've had lately, about all the drink I've been drinking. Oh, lately I've been every time I hit a new town, I find my way all around. Oh, lately I've been killing. Yes, I've been stealing and fibbing. I'm just a old school villain. Let's get it. Lately I've been moving, 'cause there ain't no room for an outlaw like me. Lone Star, Texas, I'm player made. They gon' ask where I'm from Better Bay. Well, we got them rods, yeah, and we got a law, yeah. Lone Star, Texas, I'm player made. They gon' ask where I'm from Better Bay. Well, we got them rods, yeah, and we got a law, yeah. So Jordan, I need 30 piece for the winner. I'm about to make music, get high and eat dinner. Hopping native like bears out in Yellowstone, and I only come out to fuck together bones. I gotta miss you. So cleaning dishes if you want them extensions to act right and listen. Yes, I like money, but I love them bitches. Get ahead while I smoke a slab wood and I'm fishing.
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT?
Don't tread on me, cause I got them bullets there to change the weather. My ancestry gave me my skin and it's bottle of fish leather. I'm the type to be down for anything, I'm about to go rough for his feathers. Yes, I talk shit about the devil, but no, I ain't any better. Right on. Lone Star, Texas, I'm player made. They gon' ask where I'm from Dirty Bay. Well, we got them raw, yeah, and we got a lot, yeah.
You know, one of the things that attracts me to that song is I grew up listening to like rap and hip hop that I could relate to, right? But now you're starting to see these like sections of the country put their own twist to rap with their own experiences and things that, you know, are equally as hood to them as what the streets of New York were to us. And I like hearing that. And I like people just being unapologetic about who they are. And this kid is like, wearing a cowboy with cowboy boots, and this is like his actual style, and it's actually working for him, you know. So, yeah, somebody that I'm like looking forward to see where he's headed. Yeah.
Again, I break things down into sort of again either musicality or poetry, right? I think what you just said, I definitely think it shines through the song, meaning like unapologetically about like where he's from and not trying to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like also like a blend where he has like grills, but also has a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude,
So
this
it's a
guy
little
wears
bit of-
cowboy boots.
Seeing just what his movement represents outside of the traditional, you know, East West and a little bit of the South. That to me, that's like, yeah. What do you think, Ellington?
I think he's awesome, and not musically, just like his vibe. Like the guy, I saw an interview of his yesterday where he had basketball shorts and cowboy boots in an interview. And I was like, this guy gives no F's about nothing. You know what I mean? Do I think he's going to be around in 3 years? Hell no. I don't think he's going to be
You think
around.
he what?
in 3
Sorry.
years from now.
No, that's
Around?
that's where I disagree, and it's one of the reasons why I follow him, and it's one of the reasons why I say it's going to be interesting to see where this kid takes it, because there's a lot of cultures that have to adapt, you know, other culture stuff just because there's nothing happening around them, right?
Dude, and New York loves him.
You know exactly. You know what I mean? So I think that once you start like not trying to sound like other people, but you're trying to sound like what you natively are, that's where the Andre 3000s and Lil Waynes are born, which are not from New York. And you know, so is he gonna be a mega superstar? I don't think so.
I mean, look,
maybe
I
hope
look,
so. I
hope so.
but I think
mean,
he's gonna be around in a couple of years for sure.
Look,
I really believe so.
You have to root for authenticity. And
Yeah.
the guy definitely has authenticity. What he has going for him is like unapologetic authenticity about who he is and talking about things that are real to him. Bobby, you're up, man. You're up. You got to close
I'm
this
up,
out.
I'm up.
You got to close this out. And this is getting eclectic.
I
This is getting eclectic.
I switched it up just so we can keep everything in English. I'm not going to put the song I was originally going to put. It's really old. There's no video to it. You're just going to have to listen to it.
I mean, that's fine.
And it's of the Montrose of all the Montrose, brother.
I knew it was Sinatra. I knew it.
That's life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life.
That's life.
And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life.
That's life.
I tell you, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. And if I didn't think it was worth one single try, I'd jump right on a big bird and then I'd fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life.
That's life.
That's life. And I can't deny it. Many times I thought of cutting out, but my heart won't buy it. But if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die.
You know, I've never paid attention to that song.
To the
right?
lyrics?
Just because, yeah, to the lyrics. Just because I've obviously heard the songs before, playing in an elevator somewhere at some point, but never really paid attention to the lyrics to right now. And I can relate to a lot of that shit. You have no idea. I think it's actually a really good song, and I think I might put it on my playlist, to be honest. That was pretty good.
It's a great song. What about
Yeah,
you, Slim?
you know, I'm kind of on the same boat. It's interesting because I listened to Sinatra, but this is not a song that I have focused on. And I think because the whole like the chorus, like that's love, it makes it seem like it's not my thing, right?
Yeah.
And
I
I
can see
think
that.
the chorus, I think, has made me shied away from paying attention to the lyrics. But now, when you're listening to it, where like you're listening to the actual words
Yeah.
and you're like processing, I'm like,
Yes.
that's some OG shit right there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And it's funny because you know, like Frank has a few of these songs, right, about getting knocked down and getting back, you know, coming back up. I had no. I honestly, this to me, I'm like, I'm with John a little bit on this. This is to me, even though I heard that song before, many times actually, I just hadn't paid attention to it. I just let it play in the back, and it's kind of like it just sounds too like again when you look at just the hook of that's life. It sounds too 50s for me, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
Yes,
a
it
little
does.
too 50s for me. You know, it's a little too like
Elevator music. Yeah. And like department store music. Like this sounds like,
yeah,
you know, I'm
like big band stuff, right?
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I know I've heard this before and it's in my brain somewhere, but like not really. And I could envision the type of places I've heard it in. And it's not out of personal selection. It's just because that's being played broadly to whoever's around me, you know.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely. No, that was good. That
Sin-
was good.
Yeah.
Sin,
Well, if
but
nothing else, go ahead.
now that you pay attention to the lyrics, what do you think?
Oh, it's that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a really good song.
Oh,
Yeah,
what you
it's
put on
like
your
a-
playlist?
That's like an
What you put on
OG.
your playlist?
Yeah. I said that.
Yeah, I
said
would. I would.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, first of all, I have a Frank Sinatra playlist. I'm gonna pay attention now, even in that playlist, because again, it was one of those songs where I might not, even in my Frank Sinatra playlist, that song probably would not have made it. So look, first episode of Eclectic, right? We literally like even in these three songs, it really spanned it. You know, that's a broad spectrum of just musical elements. Again, what people are coming out with, the artistry, and really discovery.
Yeah, I mean, look, my selection was really about something that I exercise on a daily basis, regardless of this particular episode. And it's just trying to go out and finding talent and trying to track who's doing what. And for me, there's a kid that once I saw what he was doing, and you know, I thought that song was kind of gimmicky when I first saw it. until I realized and looked up more of his content. Like, no, this guy is actually like that. And once I started like just seeing his vibe and his persona, I respected. I was like, all right, I'm gonna follow this kid to see, where he takes it, and I'm rooting for him. I like seeing people come out of nowhere and just put something else musically, different on the scene, and I enjoyed it.
I chose that song pretty much because it's something like everyone could relate to. It's like it's a song that doesn't matter where you're from. Like just the lyrics is something that everyone's gone through, and it's on my top 10. Like I listen to that song literally every single day.
Wow.
And actually, you put me on to Frank Sinatra for the first time with My Way, but not the original one, but the one with Pavarotti. And after that is when I started listening to a lot of Frank. And this was like what, like 15 years ago? Probably way more than that. Probably 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah. But dude, that music just like I got an oldies playlist that I listen to that I got nothing but music from like the 60s and 70s. It's like that kind of music.
That's awesome. All right, so we'll see where this takes it. We'll see. I'm actually looking forward to the next one to see like what's gonna be on that rotation and who's gonna win, who's gonna like lose the little meter thing. I hope I don't start, because what I got is I got a playlist. I got a preset playlist that I did for this stuff, and I might
Oh, yeah?
change. Yeah, I was like, all right, this is a song, this is a song, this is a song, this is a song, and I might change it around and flip it on you. But anyway, all right. Until then, we're gonna piece it out on this one. And see what else we can add to your rotation. What you guys can add to my rotation.
But if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and